What's up guys and welcome. Today I want to bring you a very strong but quite underrated unit a bit closer, and that is Abomination. I feel like he's underrated simply because he's guaranteed, because you can fuse him and people don't value him that much. But after this video I guarantee you will be more hyped to actually get him through the fusion and see how much potential he actually has. I will show you guys exactly how well he actually can perform in Gear Raid 1 specifically with a live example, because he was one of the main reasons I beat GR1-19, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how much work he actually puts in there, and that is somewhere where people rate him as B plus tier when he should be rated as S tier. After this video you see why. Other content you can use him, of course, is Guild Boss, Artifact Material Raid, Campaign he does really well, and the Void Rift, and even some people use him in Gear Raid 2 simply because he has an unyielding state and the highest HP pool in the game, and they just give him a bunch of HP and use him as a tank. What you can also do is actually use him quite well in some arena as first unit to be deployed, simply because of his unyielding state, that he doesn't need a healer, so you can deploy him, block enemies off, start attacking early. I will show you guys right now what this looks like. Now, before we go into examples of where to use him and how to use him there, I want to show you guys his skills, go over all of his skills real quick. So his normal attack is a normal attack, of course, but with a 15% chance of triggering 120% AoE damage attack, and that's pretty much it about the normal attack. But here's the kicker, this passive right here. For every 3 times of taking damage, he permanently increases his attack speed and his damage output up to 10 stacks, and this is quite a lot that he can get. And then his other passive is when he drops below 40% HP, he gains invulnerability and heals by the end of the invulnerability. And this does only proc if he actually doesn't get one shot. If there's a hit coming that one shots him through this HP threshold, then this passive won't tick, just as a reminder. And his ultimate, he will auto cast it and will extend his auto hit range to 2 tiles and start auto hitting everyone with AoE attacks twice, dealing 65% AoE damage, 60 without skill ups, and inflicting burning up on them. And after he casted his ultimate twice, it will become permanent and he will deal AoE damage with every single attack. So as you can see, this combined with this, he scales really well into late game longer fights. And what I did forget to mention is actually that his max HP gets increased by another 50% during his ultimate, which is also why you definitely want to go for the Glacier set. Simply because of his high HP pool, the Glacier set gives him so much bonus attack damage because he has so much HP. So I really like the Glacier set on Abomination. You usually get a lot of it from Gear Raid 2 anyways. And other than that, you usually want to build Abomination like a normal DPS attack, crit rate, and then crit damage. And you can also get some HP and attack speed, of course. If you need him a bit more tanky, you can even build some HP. He scales quite well, even though he is a fighter. Now, before I go into Gear Raid 1 example, I want to show you guys how I used Abomination in Artifact Raid. And it was pretty simple. As you can see, he is gonna be placed first simply because he can tank Salazar's ultimate, and then by the time he would ult the second time, we have Volca and my units are already lifestealing. So this is how I usually play around having my Abomination, and as you can see in terms of damage output, he puts in a lot of work. Of course, keep in mind this was just an auto run example with Power of Dominance, otherwise Q would out damage him. Another example where I want to show you guys Abomination strength is the Guild Boss. While he isn't the best DPS for Guild Boss, he deals a lot of damage, as you will be able to see by the end of this run. And as you can see, his attack speed is insane. Look at this attack speed. He's just tack, 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 going crazy. And causes nightmare. I forgot to mention that you will always have a Lord for him, which is also quite a big benefit. There we are at the end of the guild boss, and as you can see, he does a lot of damage. Of course, my arrogance usually outdamages Abomination by quite a bit of a margin. That's just because arrogance doesn't have the gear at the moment that he usually wears. But as you can see, Abomination puts in a lot of work in guild boss. So if you don't have the insanely craziest stacked team, for Guild Boss, definitely make sure to use him together with the other Nightmare units. He pops off, and he pops off hard. But now let's get into the juice, into the spicy part of how strong Abomination is at gear rate 1. This is my lineup, and make your guess who's the top damage dealer, who's the second top damage dealer. We will find out. So I took out the Power of Dominance real quick. And then this is, without Power of Dominance, it's going to be a close run, I'm not going to lie, guys. But it should still be doable, because it's the same way I did it the first time, right? So we will need to heal him soon. There we go. Now we will just pop these guys. And then use her. And as you can see, his ultimate already went off once. Now I'll tell you guys later why I didn't use arrogance yet. Actually, I'm gonna use him yet. So as you can see, Abomination with the heals will be able to survive. Let's put in our Wrath as well, and this is our full lineup. We want to wait for our Comet ultimate. This is our key, because our Comet is our best geared unit. So we will pop our ult here, pop Comet's ultimate, wait for Jungle Race to be up, and then just try to wipe everyone out. There we go, perfect. It's going well so far, it's going well so far. Now again, we want to wait for our ults. Use our regen here. And as you can see, Abomination's attack speed is quite freaking high. And this is no Power of Dominance. So now the last big wave is coming in. And I want to get rid of all of them. So we will actually wait with our Vierna until our Comet actually got everyone low. And just now use her ult. There we go. Then use this ult right here to get our regen back. And now we wait. We play it patiently until Comet has his ultimate back. We could be impatient, but it's not worth it. We really need Comet to shine here. I know I'm talking a lot about Comet. I'm just making a bit of a guide here as well for the rest of the video. And now look at the damage. Look at the attack speed. Now you can clearly see the attack speed of Abomination here. He's just putting out attack after attack. And you will see by the end of this run how much damage he actually did. It is actually crazy. So yeah, I hope I did not talk too much about Comet, because Abomination does everything on his own. And there you guys see it. Look at Abomination out here keeping up with everyone else. And keep in mind, he doesn't really have that much crit damage. He just has an insane amount of attack. Take a look at it. He is just a monster for gear rate 1. And this is gear rate 1-19. And I think that's a good way to end the video. Yeah, if you have him, if you're struggling with Gear 8.1, build him. If you're struggling with any other content, just build him already. Give this guy a chance. He's a menace, as you were able to see. And yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out. Peace.